Coming up on News Valdosta, we have new revelations in the Kendrick Johnson case.
And South Georgia delivers 2 major sentences to cocaine felons.
Nicole Andrews will give us a look at the weather, and Lanika Alexander has sports. News Valdosta starts right now.
Welcome to this Thursday edition of News Valdosta. I'm Morgan Osborne.
And I'm Matthew Feltz. New surveillance video was released Wednesday in the Kendrick Johnson case. There were 36 cameras inside the gym at Lowndes High School. CNN says one clip has Johnson in the gym, while a second clip shows him walking in and then running out of frame. In both videos, students appear out of nowhere. A third clip showing where Johnson's body was found blurry. So was some of the footage cut? An attorney for the Lowndes County Sheriff and another attorney for the county school system says the footage was not altered or edited. U.S. Attorney for the Middle District of Georgia, Michael Moore, is reviewing evidence in the case and could reopen an official investigation.
The courts are coming down hard on suspected drug dealers in South Georgia. Gregory Green was arrested for tossing a kilo of cocaine off a South Albany bridge earlier this year. He pleaded guilty to 29 different charges, and now the Daltrey Superior Court has sentenced Green to 30 years in prison and imposed a $1 million fine.
In a similar case, Terrence Robinson of Fitzgerald also has been sentenced to 30 years in prison for possession with intent to distribute crack cocaine. In May, officers reportedly found 21 plastic bags containing 404.2 grams of crack cocaine in Robinson's vehicle after he ran from police. The Drug Enforcement Administration, the Mid-South Narcotics Task Force, and the Tift County Sheriff's Office investigated that case.
The elections are over and most of the votes are in, but it's still not certain who will serve in the District 2 seat on the Valdosta City Council. 2 of the 3 City Council districts are clear. Incumbent Alvin Payton Jr. defeated Junior S. Jackson by over 30% of the vote. In District 6, it was a close race, but it seems that Robert Yost may have won a 4th term. From District 2, Sandra J. Tooley and Calvin Graham will be the only 2 candidates in a runoff election after knocking John Hogan out of the race. Election results will be confirmed tomorrow after all of the provisional ballots are tallied.
Every day, the Second Harvest Food Co-op collects and distributes food for the hungry. Volunteers unload, package, and transport canned goods and produce basic amenities. But throughout the year, they have several special events as well. News Valdosta's Fallon Stamaj went to one of these events and found out how South Georgia can improve its food security.
Make a Difference Day is a national day of service. For 20 years, people in the Valdosta area have come together to serve the community. Over 500 people came out to volunteer. Many organizations from Valdosta State University came out to lend a helping hand. Servicemen from Moody Air Force Base provided many activities for the children. Angelica Ryan, member of Black Student League, told me how nothing could stop her from giving back.
I am cold, but I can bear with the cold because we're here for a greater purpose.
I learned how important food drives are to South Georgia region. Valdosta State alum Eliza McCall, now Chief Marketing Officer for Second Harvest, told us that 1 in 4 people suffer from food insecurity. Among them, 1 in 3 of those people are children.
In our region, we have the highest rates of food insecurity and poverty in the state, which is ironic because we grow 60% of the state's produce is grown in our region, and yet we have the highest rates. But rural poverty, rural hunger is actually a lot harder to address because we don't have the infrastructure that a larger city may have.
Last year, Second Harvest distributed 14 million pounds of food to those in need. This year, they project to distribute 20 million pounds. They then give this food to 400 partner agencies, including local food pantries, shelters, and nonprofit organizations. To find out how you can support Second Harvest, visit feedingsga.org. With News Valdosta, I'm Fallon Stamaj.
John Dewey Morris has been sentenced for wire fraud by U.S. District Judge Hugh Lawson. Morris was sentenced to 5 years of probation in order to pay more than $131,000 to Progressive Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance.
Coming up, South Georgia confronts a sex and money scandal.
And a Valdosta man is on trial this week for murder. Stay with us.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
A single ember that escapes from a wildfire can travel more than a mile. That single ember can ignite and destroy your home or even your community. You can't control where the ember will land, only what happens when it does. Get Fire Adapted now at fireadapted.org.
Welcome back to News Valdosta.
Berlin, Georgia police have arrested 23 people in an undercover sting operation. The arrests include men from Albany, Tifton, Valdosta, and Moultrie. Police say some of the men are also facing charges including drunk driving and drug possession. $100 in counterfeit money was also seized from one of the alleged customers. This was one of the biggest crackdowns on prostitution in the area in recent years.
A jury has acquitted Devontae Brantley of a felony murder charge for the death of Christopher Small in Valdosta. Brantley was accused of firing a gun in the direction of a struggle between Small and a victim of a home invasion. Small died of a gunshot wound to the head, but Brantley was convicted of burglary, 2 counts of aggravated assault, criminal attempt to commit armed robbery, and several felony firearms charges. Sentencing will be delivered December 16th.
The Albany Police Department has 2 people in custody it believes may be connected to a money scam targeting local businesses. Kussneger Bailhire and Amaro Buckhalter have been charged with theft by deception. Albany police have not released the name of the business involved in the scam, but want to alert other businesses because scams usually increase during the holiday season.
Residents of Moultrie and Tifton have voted on whether the cities can sell alcohol on Sunday. Now the results are in. Results were very close in both cities, but both communities voted yes. According to Moultrie City Clerk Ella Fass, Sunday sales will begin this weekend.
A Board of Elections employee who is down and out has made an amazing comeback. News Valdosta's Joseph Smith has more.
You might think that a man walking to his office isn't really that big of a deal. But Mr. John Gates not only works at the Board of Elections here in Valdosta, but up until a few years ago, he wasn't walking at all.
I came to Valdosta after I retired, and at the time I came to Valdosta, I was paralyzed in a wheelchair, where I was paralyzed from 2008 to from 2000 until 2008, and I ran into a great surgeon. He went in and removed a blood clot that was causing the paralysis.
With Vietnam experience and a degree in medical technology under his belt, John knew all too well the dangers that removing a blood clot would have. But he took a chance, and it paid off in a big way.
I had to have some surgery done. They removed some of the bone fragment, and they removed the blood clot, which was at that time was an experimental surgery. And the doctor got me up and walking. It took several months to do so, and to this day I still have severe pains in my legs and my back, and I still have to use a wheelchair from time to time. And then I also have other braces that I use. Well, say I put it in perspective, mind over matter. If I don't mind, it don't matter.
While the Board of Elections office still has a lot of work to do to clean up the municipal elections, for the most part, John and his crew are going to be getting a much-deserved break. With your News Valdosta, I'm Joseph Smith.
Up next on News Valdosta, are you taking safety precautions for colder weather?
And we'll take a look at our local weather with Nicole Andrews. Stay with us.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally. I did. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls.
But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that strollers have the right of way on the sidewalk?
Yes. Yep, I did. Did you guys Did you know that kids who eat breakfast have higher GPAs?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's actually what I was going to say.
Did you know babies should never touch silver? It's really bad for them.
I knew that.
Did you guys know that statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat to make sure your child is protected.
I'm putting that on my blog.
I just put it in mine.
Get your ass suit. You're not sitting here.
Yes, I am.
Move. Give it to him hard.
No.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why you stab me with it? No.
They want to help,
Ow.
but don't know how.
Oh,
Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Welcome back to News Valdosta. I'm Matthew Phelps.
And I'm Morgan Osborne. As temperatures drop and the cold season approaches, we're strongly reminded to take the proper precautions to remain safe and warm. While operating fireplaces and furnaces and space heaters, it's important to remember the risk of fire-related disasters. Heat your home safely this year by taking the proper precautions in your home. Now let's turn to weather anchor Nicole Andrews to see just how cold it's going to be. Nicole?
Thanks, Morgan. Taking a look at our local weather, today we'll have partly cloudy skies with a high of 82 degrees. The humidity will be around 68%. Make sure you have a jacket because tonight's low will be 46 degrees. The skies will be clear with minimal clouds. Tomorrow, we will have mostly cloudy, sunny skies with a high near 70 degrees. The humidity level will be around 45% with a 0% chance of rain. The UV index for today is at a moderate level of 5. This means you should take the necessary precautions to protect your skin from the harmful rays. The pollen level for the day is at a moderate level. Over the next few days, the pollen count will be extremely low. That is great news for the allergy sufferers. And that's a look at our local weather. Back to you at the news desk.
Thanks, Nicole. Coming up next, state playoffs begin for several local football teams, so don't go away.
Thanks for calling the GED Pep Talk Center. Jerry Stiller speaking. Your level 7 in-your-face pep talk.
I can keep pushing you. Believe me, I'm good at it. But at some point, you're going to need to start pushing yourself.
See, once you've got your GED diploma, you'll feel so good about yourself.
You tell them. You can't change your past, but you can definitely change your future.
That makes me so happy, I'm ready to bust out a dance.
Mr. Trejo, can I transfer this guy to you? My gentle technique isn't really working. You need something a little more
persuasive.
Yes.
You listen, and you listen good.
Hey, where's my sandwich? Terry? Terry!
Take it from me, the King DMC. It's a real cool thing to get your GED.
Get that diploma!
Now hold on and we'll find you free GED classes. Capiche?
Whatever motivation you need, we've got a pep talk for you. Get your GED pep talk and find free classes at yourged.org.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Welcome back. Well, it looks like it's been a successful cross-country season for local high schools. Our sports anchor, Lanika, has more. Lanika?
The Lowndes High cross-country team's varsity girls added to their existing legacy by capturing their 4th consecutive Region 1-6A championship. Lowndes hasn't succeeded at state-level competition in recent years, but they have reason to believe this year will be different. Both the Lowndes boys and girls cross-country varsity teams will travel to compete at the GHSA state meet in Carlton on Saturday. Jumping into Friday night football, after an upsetting 28-7 loss against Camden County and Kingsland, the Lowndes Falcons will be taking the night off. With a current record of 7-3, the Vikings will now prepare for a potential playoff game at home. The Valdosta Wildcats return home to Bazemore Hyder Stadium after an amazing win against the Pirates of Brunswick County last Friday, 41-8. The Vikings will face the Coffee County Trojans in hopes to gain a win in this fourth region game of the season. The Wildcats currently have a record of 6 wins and 3 losses. The Valwood Valiants have had a fantastic season and are hoping to continue their winning streak tomorrow night as they return home to face Community Christian in their first playoff game. So far, the Valiants have remained undefeated, possessing a record of 9 wins with no losses. Brooks County quarterback and cornerback Malcolm Parrish has become a star since he put on Trojan uniform his freshman year. As a senior, Parrish has led his team to yet another Region 1-2A title, the second in a row. In addition to preparing for the playoffs, Parrish will now have the honor of becoming the first player in Brooks County history to ever be selected to the annual Army All-American Bowl to be played January 4th at the Alamodome in Texas. Parrish will be representing the East in the game and will be playing cornerback. The bowl selects the top 90 high school players in the country. Parrish will be joining another South Georgia native, Dyshawn Sims, a lineman for Lowndes High. And that's a look at our local sports. Back to you at the news desk.
Thanks, Lanika. When we come back, we'll tell you about a picture book featuring Valdosta's history.
And Moultrie 3 thieves are still on the run. Stay with us.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov.
So, I just moved in with his family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that! That's disgusting! Oh, poop already! You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Welcome back to our Thursday edition of News Valdosta.
The Valdosta Daily Times and First State Bank's historical picture book about the city is now available. The book, Lowndes County Memories, will walk you through all the stages of development and progression of Valdosta's education system, hospitals, churches, roads, community events, and more. The book is available for sale at the Times office and area bookstores.
Thieves were caught on camera stealing thousands of dollars of equipment from a Kubota tractor store in Moultrie. The thieves managed to take 3 diesel mowers and a utility trailer worth more than $45,000. Police have not made any arrests at this time. Store manager Mike Horn is offering a reward of $1,000 to help put them behind bars.
There are railroad repairs underway not only in Valdosta but in Albany as well. The South Georgia region is currently engaged in a number of beautification projects. Crews with the Georgia and Florida railroads are making these repairs and improvements. Motorists are advised to use caution, reduce speed, and stay alert.
Well, that's our show for today. I'm Morgan Osborne.
And I'm Matthew Feltz. Thanks for watching. See you next time.